Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been the place to find new and certified used vehicles. Along with a knowledgeable and helpful sales staff, you, the customer, are their number one priority. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Mackey Motors post-game show continuing here on Kick 106.7. Alyssa Brant, of course, our player of the game, joining us here tonight. Alyssa doing an outstanding job in the circle, not just throwing, but defensively, and picked up a base hit here tonight. Alyssa, you guys kind of handled these girls the first time you saw, but you knew it would probably be a little bit of a different team coming up tonight. How focused was this group coming into the game, and how did you guys kind of fight through that first 3 innings where it was still scoreless?
You know, we knew we needed to get on top with hitting right away, and then the first 3 innings that didn't go our way, but then after that, we pretty much took care of it.
Put a little pressure on you early, then to come out sharp. They got a couple of runners on, loaded the bases against you in the second inning. How much confidence did that give you when you battled through that?
Honestly, it felt pretty good. Went through those game situations and practice and stuff, so I was confident in myself, and then knowing that everybody else behind me was confident in me too also really helped.
Looked like you had pretty good control tonight. What was the locations you were trying to really spot the ball in most of the night?
The umpire behind the plate really liked the outside pitch, so we kind of focused on there, and then once we got my changeup working to throw off their balance, it definitely worked out.
How long did it take you to feel like you got that changeup working? Because you said once you got it working.
Yeah, normally it takes a couple, especially in game-like situations. They might be fine in practice, but then once you get out there, I get a little nervous. But after the third one, I was good.
How long did it take you to settle down then?
Honestly, it didn't really take that long. Just I knew I could hit my fastball, and then changeups I knew were going to take at least a couple. But then after that, I was fine.
We got some rain before the game. The field was wet. I know the grass was wet. You guys kept kind of changing out balls anytime the ball went into the grass. So how hard was it getting a grip tonight? Were you pretty comfortable with all that?
Knowing that he had a lot of different balls to switch out between definitely helped. And then I had a towel. So other than that, it was fine. And then before the game, we went out and threw a little bit in the rain. So if it did keep raining, we were ready for that too.
Once you guys got those 3 runs in the 4th inning, what was kind of the mindset on what you felt like you needed to do from there on?
It was kind of like a sigh of relief, knowing that we had 3 runs. Not necessarily to still let them score, but knowing that we had a little bit of wiggle room definitely felt pretty good.
Feel good to get this win. This team continues to just kind of handle people outside of the conference. So got to be confident going up to Humboldt on Saturday night.
Yeah, we're just going to try to hit on early and then play good defense, and that's all that we can wish for.
Well, I tell you what, great job out here tonight as always. Appreciate you joining us, and best of luck coming up Saturday night.
Thank you.
You bet. Alyssa Brant joining us. We got Josie Ayala. She's going to slide her way into the post-game area. And of course, we've got head coach Ryan Gallegos waiting to chat with us as well. And Josie, congratulations. Another outstanding performance for you tonight. We'll talk hitting with you here in just a moment, but you're fairly new to center field.
Yep.
You've played that this year since coming back from the injury, so you turn an F8-5 double play. Take me through that play and how that kind of developed and how you saw that play out.
Well, I always play deep in the outfield,
Yep.
so I make sure I never get burnt because I know my speed can get me in. Because practice the other day, coach had me play in so he could work on me if I get burnt. But I'm I don't get burnt. But that
you play deep enough, the only way you get burnt over the fence, right?
Exactly. But that ball was pretty shallow, so I was running up on it because I didn't know if Vanessa was going to take that short away from me, but I was running up on it. And I didn't think she was going to go right away because of how shallow the ball was, but I glanced real quick at McKaylee and I see her in the corner of my eye go. So I'm making sure McKaylee's looking in case I throw it. But yeah, I didn't have that much momentum behind me because I didn't think she was gonna go. But I had enough to get it to McKaylee and it worked out.
When you released it, did you know you had her if she kept going?
Yeah.
So pretty fantastic play to
Yeah.
be able to make that. What'd you and McKaylee say to each other afterwards?
She was like, good thing you looked at me just in case. I'm like, yeah. Because we worked on that yesterday in practice in case the infield knew she was going so we didn't have to hit the cut and then go to the base that we needed to, instead just making one big throw.
So you come back. This is your 12th game. You're hitting the ball well right now. Tonight we had you 3 for 4. Maybe it would have been 4 for 4 if it wasn't for the interference call there in the first inning. But how are you feeling at the plate? DeHaan did a really nice job against you guys for the first 3 innings.
Yeah.
How did you feel like you were able to see her, and why were you able to have so much success?
Well, we always talk about being aggressive with the first pitch, but knowing me and how much time I've lost, I always like seeing the first pitch strike so I get to time it enough. But just knowing that I work all the time in the cages and really emphasizing on tee work a lot on the contact through extension, because you can swing for the fences and not make contact at all, but it's the contact that really drives the ball, common sense. But yeah, I really work with tee work, and Vanessa's always there to help me, tell me what I'm working on, so it's great.
So you're over there at third in the sixth, one run away from ending this thing. What was going through your mind there? It's because I know you probably wanted to score even off of the play where you got the hit.
Yeah, so I was thinking because the pitcher was like looking down whenever she got the ball, so like a delay steal. But I know McKenna was up, and I didn't want to take a moment away from McKenna because this senior year, you never know what. Because I go into that box every time now after the first inning, thinking that this could be my last at bat, so I'm going to make it count.
You got to head up to Humboldt now on Saturday night. What's the mindset going into that game? Because that's very much a winnable game for you guys.
Yep, we say that they are just like us. You can never underestimate a team, obviously, and you can never go into a game thinking too confident. So just knowing that any game can go either way, just play to your best ability. And our defense and our offense right now is at its peak, so I think that is awesome going into the postseason like this.
Well, I can tell you what, Joe, appreciate you joining us here tonight.
Thank you.
Congrats on another great game. Best of luck coming up on
Thank you.
Saturday night. Josie Ayala joining us. We're going to get head coach Ryan Gallegos to slide into the post-game area here. And Coach, congrats. This one's got to feel pretty good. First 3 innings kind of tight. You had maybe an opportunity to score taken away from you there in the first on that interference call. I got to ask, not trying to say anything about the umpire or whatever, but what was the explanation on that interference call in the first inning?
It happened behind. So it happened behind the runner, so it took away the force, so that's why she had to go back.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure that's right. So it was too early to argue with them. I didn't want to upset that. He was doing a pretty good job calling balls and strikes. I didn't want to go a different way by upsetting him, so just kind of let it be.
Did you feel like this team, after winning 13-1 the first time against this team in 3 innings, came out focused the way you wanted them to?
No, but it wasn't that. They're probably all going to be mad at me. We just came in. We came in flat. It was raining.
Yep.
It was kind of one of those.
Are we going to play? Is it going to start at 6?
Is it going to start? Now we have to sit here, and we have to do these things. And Storm Lake got off the bus laughing, having a good time, and I told the girls, we are not a winning team right now. We're not going to win this team. We're not going to win this game unless you figure out, like, hey, we have to. We're playing. So what? We're a little wet. It's not a big deal. And really, the seniors and Cam and Ava really got together and really just started firing everybody up, and Josie kind of stepped up big, and Brielle in that role of telling them, like, hey, this is it. Let's go. Like, we have a great path right now. It starts tonight. We win this game. So I don't think it was so much that we knew they were going to throw a different pitcher tonight, and so we knew that first game was a fluke. We scored 11 runs with 2 outs in that first inning, and that was just dumb. So we knew that they had to have been better than that. We've put ourselves in that position before, and so and we saw they're a way better defensive team than they were in that first game.
Coach, what did you guys do? How did you adjust to DeHaan? She got you scoreless through the first 3, but then able to get 3-3 and 6 runs against her, 4 runs against her over the next 3 innings.
Yeah, the first couple of innings we were checking our swings. We weren't getting through contact and just kind of blooping them up. And we talked about driving through the ball, hitting it a little bit harder, trying to position our shoulders a little bit different to put the ball in different places. So and they started doing that, so they adjusted really well.
Alyssa Brant, really solid on the hill tonight.
Yeah,
in the circle.
Great, hitting all of her spots. Doing what she needed to do. She's probably the kind of trying to think your thing over there. I don't know, 5 or 6 strikeouts for her
7.
tonight. 7.
Yep.
So that's probably the season high for her.
Yep.
Really, really, really good. So she was focused, and that's what you expect out of a senior pitcher. And the other seniors too, you expect them to, hey, this might be my last game. I need to be focused. I need to give it all that I got because this is it. And that's what she did in the circle tonight. So we couldn't ask for any more.
What's the mindset going up to Humboldt Saturday?
Win. Win. I don't know a whole lot about Humboldt. We've kind of peaked a little bit at quick stats. We tried really hard not to look ahead, not to look past this game. So we'll spend some time there tomorrow looking at that. I think a couple Raccoon River teams played them, so we'll reach out to them and see what they think. Their whole team was out there in the outfield watching us, so we don't really have the benefit of that. So they saw some things, but we'll probably, Cam will probably pitch so that they didn't see her, and we'll just fix it up and hope for a win.
Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck coming up on Saturday. Congrats on the win tonight.
Thanks.
Appreciate you coming up.
Yeah, appreciate the coverage all year. Thank you so much.
You bet. Head coach Ryan Gallegos with the Carroll